You know, I don't think that I have ever shown you guys what it's like in a scooter garage when I have to climb the stairs to get everything prepared. So I thought I would do that today and give a little bit of insight into what it is like. That is my chicken coop. So we got a couple of minutes. So I'm gonna go in and show you guys the chicken coop today because I gotta lock the door. But this is the chicken coop. Those are the ladies. Good morning, ladies. I'm not letting you out this morning. I gotta go to work. Okay? I'll see you later. Bye, love. So, yeah, that's the chicken coop. And today, is going to be just an action-packed morning. So we are traveling light but fast today. Just heads up. So we've got a lot to do at work. And so usually when I have a lot that I have to do, I tend to make sure that I'm traveling as light as I can. And I am, in essence, making sure that I have the best that I can. So we are at 50 PSI on the Apollo Go. So in case you didn't know, we're on the Apollo Go today. Because it is fast enough and climb hills. I am not wearing my full face helmet today. I am wearing gloves. And we're gonna make one final check, make sure we got the badge for work and everything. We're good. Okay. So we are underway. And we are... So about today's... we've got a ton of people in the office, and I've got 3 different teams in the office. One of them I have to train. If you don't know, I work with a bunch of IT teams, and I work with a bunch of different teams that I am responsible for getting them up to speed and onboarded properly for my company. So a large part of what I do throughout my day is prep for each one of those. So I spend a lot of my day doing that, getting ready and taking care of my executives. So in my real life, that's what I do. Outside of this YouTube channel, which you guys see me post content on. But what I love doing is making sure that I get stuff ready for people to come visit the office. So that's always important to me. So we are rocking a new pair of glasses today. For a large part of today, it'll be something different for you guys, but you know what? We're just gonna go sit down here. We don't have that much time to wait, so we're not that early. We should probably have about 6 or 7 minutes, so it won't be too cold out here. All right, so Apollo Go, Yes, the Apollo Go still has the rear little bulge on the left-hand side. Yes, it still has that. But I spend most of my time rolling about on this. So far, so good. We are, let's see where we are. We are 190 miles. We're just below 200 miles on this vehicle. So who knows? I might end up, because I'm on a trek to make 500 miles on this, which is a lot, especially if you're only doing like a mile here and a mile there. It's going to take you a while to do that. So let me go ahead. I'll see you guys at the train station.
You didn't have to do that before. When you get out, you have to go back down.
Watch your step while exiting at Chicago Union Station.
Yeah, chop. Bicycle your way down.
You're not supposed to.
Think about it. Don't do that.
Yeah, it's people that do it even though you're not supposed to. Yeah, because I mean, you could lose control of it and run into somebody. Or, yeah. You too. Take care. Okay, so we have no headphones at all because our headphones are in the pocket charging. So we're going to do this whole thing without AirPods, which is fine. We'll do it. So what we'll have to avoid today are the people who come out of this hall and they either are wearing hats or hoods and they don't look in front of them. So that's what we'll be working with today. All right, let's get our light on. That is one thing I absolutely love about this vehicle from any vehicle that I own, is the fact that this vehicle, I can turn the lights on and off so quickly because it's so simple. It really is like an Apple device.
Going up.
I hate to compare it to an Apple device, but yeah, it is very much like an Apple device, because if you have an Apple device, they just work a lot of the engineering in them. You pay for a lot of that up front, but you get a really well-made product. Now, with the exception of the tire on this, everything else has been golden. The tire was, the rear tire and that kind of bulging portion that happened, that was the first issue that I had, and
Resuming.
in the process of that, right, just kind of dealing with that and what the likelihood is of, you know, like a blowout happening from it. That's something I have to deal with, but I'm certainly aware of it. It's about 36, 37 degrees right now, so that is something to keep in mind weather-wise. So you'll see a lot of people inside of Chicago that will be wrapped up today because, you know, especially if you do a lot of moving about, you do a lot of like outside work, you'll be wrapped up today. Unless you have like man fur covering your face like I do, then it keeps some of the wind off. But you always have that. You always have the people and the times and things like that. This is another place we have to watch people coming out of, because they come out of here so quickly when they get done with the train. This is another place where they come out of the train station and they just bolt.
Pausing.
Yeah, I'm glad to be from behind him. He was on that, and I was going faster than he was. So, and he's on an e-bike, but I was able to go a lot faster than he was. You know, between 25 and I never get the 28 miles an hour that they say this can get. Maybe going downhill, but you can certainly get 25 easily. All right, made it to the office. It's gonna be one hell of a busy day, so I will see you guys in 8 hours in all of your glory. Hopefully it'll be warmer. Actually, I know it'll be warmer, so I'll see you when it's warmer. Hey, what's going on, you guys? So that 8 hours went by quick. I'm so glad to be getting out the door. I felt like I did like 10,000 steps today in the office, but you know what? I'm glad I'm glad I was able to do what I needed to do. And let's get our glasses on. We almost left them up here. Yeah, these are the glasses that I'm wearing. They have little mirrors on them. I will add the name of the company because I don't remember. I think it's like TRI or something like that. I bought them when I was trying to decide, when I got my first scooter, I did not want to add mirrors to it, so that was a thing. So I did finally get stuff done today, so I knew it was going to be busy, and it ended up being busy, just like I thought it was going to be. So, hope everybody had a good day. Hope everybody is still trekking through. We are almost done, we're almost done with the week. We're almost to the halfway point, I should say that. So I'm not sure what we're going to ride tomorrow. We may end up riding the Apollo Go because we are on the mission to knock out 500 miles on this, and it's quite possible. The delivery guys are back. Now, don't get me wrong, love the Apollo Go. You guys know that there has been a rear tire issue on the Go. And that does seem to be the consensus with quite a few people that I have talked to, both online and in forums. They've had some issues with their rear tires, so this is not something unique to just me, but it is it is concerning when you're using this to go where you got to go, and you have to be concerned about, you know, what's going to happen with the rear tire because it vibrates. Still rides, but it vibrates, and what is going on? We got beautiful weather though. How about that? It is nice and sunny. It is not super cold right now, or maybe I'm just really bundled up. Not super cold at the moment. So I'll take it. I will definitely take it. Yeah, you got to be careful with the buses. They get right away, and you're much more agile than they are, and they weigh more than you. So you just got to give them. You got to give them a leeway. I think we're going to make it to the train station pretty quick, despite the fact of this rear tire vibration. But Gotta adjust these glasses. I don't know why I always do that, like that door's gotta open. This door right here always is broken, but the other ones are not. All right, let's get the light out so it doesn't blind people.
Going down. Doors closing. Lobby. Doors opening. Going up.
They'll act like they won't know who I am today because I have no helmet on. The only reason why they'll know me is because they know my scooter, but most of the time I have on a helmet which covers my face, full face helmet. I have on my gloves and all of that stuff, so you really don't know who I am unless you know, and I have a very distinctive backpack. So if you don't have that, it makes it really difficult for people to recognize you if they're used to seeing you every day. I might actually go out for a ride tonight, I'm not sure. I just feel like riding. Might eat dinner and then just go out for a ride. We'll see.
Please, customer traveling on train 339 to Hiawatha service. We'll be ready to board your departure from Chicago soon. At this time, we ask customers to please proceed to the boarding area to join the queue line for your train's departure. We'll be boarding shortly for train 339 to Hiawatha service.
Yeah, we made it here pretty early, so our train is nowhere near here. What's up, Julio?
Hey, what's up?
All right, I'll see you guys when we get off the train.
Now approaching National Street. Unfiltered step ladder to the Midday Street.
Okay, since that's like a no-go and that's a thing, yeah, we're gonna get out here. All right, well, we made it home. All in one piece. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Not sure what I'm gonna ride, but we'll see.